What's going on, y'all? Hope everyone's having a fabulous day. If you haven't gotten a chance to subscribe to this channel, please do so. I want you to ring that notification bell. That way when I drop a video, you'll be notified. So we got some terrible news this past weekend. Friday, I was notified by a few of my customers and a few people that have my phone number that TransUnion dropped Major Financial, better known as MyJewelers. Looked at my credit report and I noticed the same thing happened to me. That MyJewelers was taken off my credit report, off the TransUnion. So on Monday I had a plan. I'm going to contact MyJewelers. And over the weekend, as I started watching people making videos about this MyJewelers situation, I said, okay, well, we definitely got to make a video about this one. So here it is. On Monday, I contacted MyJewelers. I was caller number 95. I said, I'm not sitting on the phone for an hour and a half trying to figure out what's going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to contact Major Financial. So I contacted Major Financial, and they told me that they are no longer reporting to TransUnion. Now I'm hearing several different things on the why. I don't necessarily know why they're not reporting to TransUnion any longer, or right now, I should say. But I can say they are not reporting to TransUnion. I asked them if they were going to continue reporting to Equifax and Experian, and they said yes, they're going to continue reporting to Equifax and Experian. So that's the update as far as what's going on with the MyJewelers. So if you're here for the update, there it is. MyJewelers is no longer reporting to TransUnion. Now, here's my thoughts on the whole entire situation. Over the weekend, as I started combing through some of my, the typical YouTube videos that I normally watch on the weekend, a lot of them have to do with credit, personal finance, things like that. But what bothered me was the fact that there was so many people making videos over the weekend talking negatively about the MyJewelers account. And please understand my position on this whole thing. It's not about subscribers. It's not about the YouTube advertisement. It's not about pounding my chest or ego or anything like that. See, I started this YouTube channel because there was people that were sitting in the 400 range that didn't have a plan. And I wanted to devise a plan that people that were sitting in the 400 FICO range, that they can implement and help them along their journey. Nothing more, nothing less. I never thought it was going to get this big. My intent was never to get this channel big. But I always had it in the back of my mind that these were the people that I wanted to help, because I felt like they were underbanked. I felt like they were underfinanced, and they really were undereducated as far as when it comes to personal finance. See, I don't believe a person has a bad FICO score because they're bad people. I believe it's the lack of education, it's the lack of resources, and the lack of time. And what happens a lot of times is people are on the grind so heavily that a lot of times they don't have the time to pick up material to try to understand, and they don't even know where to go to find this material. Yes, the internet has helped in that situation, but growing up, my parents never had these conversations with me about personal finance. And so the reason why I started the channel was to help people in the 400 range. In 2017, I went through my bankruptcy, and I thought, man, this is not going to be a better time to show people how to build their credit than right now. And so what I did was I started basically showing you my journey from my bankruptcy. And I showed you the items that I got on my credit report. I went out and I got the MyJewelers New Coast Direct because I knew after my bankruptcy I had to build my credit up. I got the Discover It, and I got the State Department Federal Credit Union, and I got a self loan. Now, these were the items that I picked up. I'm not saying they're the best items. I'm not saying they're the only items that you can use to build your credit. These were the items that I used to build my credit. And so I picked these items up, and I showed you on my credit report exactly what happened 30 days after my update. I showed you. As I clicked the button, you got to see firsthand the update of my credit scores. And I knew that it was going to be powerful, but I didn't know it was going to be that powerful. And so I started implementing my strategy on helping people build their credit. Now, as I went, I started getting more involved, talking to more people. More and more people started asking me to help them with their credit. You know, as far as disputing items on their credit report, all this other stuff. And I said, okay, well, I have a trucking company, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a team together. I'm going to train them, and I'm going to start a credit repair company that's going to be completely transparent so that I can help people. I'm not trying to compete against anybody. I'm just here to help. I'm not trying to mislead anybody. I'm here to help. I'm not trying to do a money grab by getting a whole bunch of affiliates. I'm here to help. And I want you guys to keep that front and center, because there are going to be times where my strategy that I'm telling you to do, you may run across bumps in the road. You may run across obstacles. And if you stick with me through this journey, I promise you, not only is it going to help you with your credit, but it's also going to help you with the way that you look at personal finance. See, I don't really consider me a credit channel. I don't consider myself a credit repair company. I don't consider myself anything in that box regarding credit repair. I'm just here to help. So I got a lot of people that were emailing me, texting me, calling me on the phone, like really panicking. What do we do? What do we do? It's not reporting to TransUnion. Please understand that this is a long marathon. This is not a sprint. We are not trying to sprint to 700. There are people on YouTube that will tell you they can fix your credit 60 to 90 days. And I'm here to tell you that's just not the truth. It's not the truth. You see, MyJewelers helped a lot of people. MyJewelers helped a lot of people get themselves into a situation where they got a 600 FICO score. See, a lot of you already, that's been following my channel, you got that 600 FICO score, and I think you forgot what it's like to be at that 400 range where you can't get approved for a piece of paper. You can't get approved for anything. And these people are struggling. They're calling me trying to just find some hope. And when something like this happens, when something like MyJewelers, if, I'm not saying it is folding, but if it folds, it's not a time to pound on your chest and talk about, I told you that you shouldn't build your credit with these type of trade lines. It's hurtful. Because, listen, my credit is great. I'm good. But that is a tool that I use to help people. And if you're that callous of a person that you're willing to pound on your chest and talk about MyJewelers is a bad trade line, knowing it's helped thousands of people just in my organization, but you want to pound on your chest because you want some more subscribers or more attention, man, you just got bad character. There's nothing else that I can say than you got bad character. See, I look at these type of things because I can read people, and these are the things that I look at when I'm trying to read a person, who they are really. When in times of crisis, people start looking for information, they're looking for answers. They're not looking for people pounding on their chest talking about, I told you not to do that. I told you not to do that. Well, here's the reality. MyJewelers helped a lot of people. New Coast Direct helped a lot of people. So if you think that this is a good thing, that MyJewelers is going away because you got your little method of helping people, please, by all means, stretch your mind a little bit, stretch your character, and just understand that if you're truly here to help people, you understand the ramifications of stuff like this. And the importance is, when these companies like AG come out, when these companies come out and they start telling you that they can report these trade lines on credit reports, maybe it's more important to us in the credit repair field to call them out on their BS when they're asking us that have followings to promote their product. And all I'm asking, those of you that have a following that may come across this channel, maybe you're not subscribed, but maybe this video popped on your channel. Do a video. If you're going to promote, just do a video showing the product. That's all I'm asking. If you're going to do a video, if you're going to be an affiliate, use the product. If you're not going to use the product, don't promote it. If you're not willing to go out and get it. But if it's just about money, by all means, promote the product, put your affiliate link up, and see what happens. You see, when AG came to me and they said they wanted me to promote the product, I was like, okay, but I got to see it on my credit report. I got to see how it's reporting, because last thing I want to do is go ahead and put, the product out, and I'm not even subscribed. I'm not even a client. I'm not a customer, and I'm not somebody that's actually using it. I'm just trying to do it to get some money. If that was the case, that's how I would have done it. But I genuinely am trying to help a specific group of people. And it's the people that are underbanked. It's the people that are underfinanced. And it's a huge group. I get the phone calls when people cross 600. And they're excited. Kenny, man, I never had a 600 FICO score before. Please understand, YouTube can't pay me enough to get me to stop getting those phone calls, because that's why I do it. It just so happened I never knew anything about affiliate marketing. I didn't know that MyJewelers even had an affiliate. MyJewelers reached out to me. A lot of the companies that I promote, they reached out to me because they saw my videos of me promoting their company. They asked me if I wanted an affiliate link. I never reached out to these people and asked them. They reached out to me. New Coast Direct, they reached out to me. They emailed me and said, hey, would you like to be a partner? Because we see the work that you're doing. It's not about the money. I was promoting these companies way before there was a commission involved. And all of this. So those of you that are promoting these companies, these trade lines, understand when somebody like AG comes out and they start doing these types of things and it bleeds into a company like MyJewelers, just understand it's affecting a lot of people. Like, these situations are really going to hurt a lot of people. Am I saying that the reason why MyJewelers isn't reporting is because of AG? I think it's a coincidence. It's just me, but I think it's a coincidence. And I know there's a whole bunch of theories on. I read probably 3 or 4 different theories on why MyJewelers isn't reporting to TransUnion. And I don't know if any particular one is right. I just think it's a coincidence that AG came out the way that AG was handled. And man, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's kind of a coincidence that something like this happened. So, those of you that are looking for the next moves, what's next? Now, as far as what I'm concerned, as far as what I know, MyJewelers is still reporting to Equifax and Experian. They're just not reporting to TransUnion. New Coast Direct is reporting to TransUnion and Equifax. That's still a $5,000 trade line reporting to all three. So if you follow the steps that I've been telling you from the very beginning, this really doesn't have that much effect on you, to be honest. Because very rarely are you going to get your credit report pulled, and they're going to pull from two credit reports. Like, you're going to have an inquiry on two different credit reports. Usually they're going to pull it from one credit report, and that's going to determine whether you're approved for financing or not. If you're thinking that just MyJewelers and New Coast Direct and these trade lines like the self is the end-all be-all, it's not. I've been saying from day one, it's really, really important for you guys to establish relationships with these financial institutions. Now, I heard one YouTuber say that, most people, all they promote is Navy Federal Credit Union. Well, let me tell you why I promote Navy. I have, I think 5 or 6 checking accounts with Navy Federal Credit Union. When I went through my bankruptcy, a lot of financial institutions wouldn't touch me. Navy gave me a chance. Maybe it was because I run so much money through their bank, but they gave me an auto loan for 7% financing. They gave me personal loans. They helped me a tremendous amount. So I know that this is a company that will help people in challenged situations. That's important. When I came out, I talked to you guys about the Chime secure credit card. One of the reasons why I like Chime so much is because those people that are underbanked, they're able, even if they're in check systems, to go and open a Chime account. You see, if these financial institutions are willing to help people that are down on their luck, maybe these are the financial institutions we should stick with. Now, I know a lot of you aren't able to get into Navy Federal Credit Union. That's why, from the very beginning, I've been telling you guys to establish relationships with the banks in your community. I tell you guys, hey, look, when you are passing, these local banks, those are the local banks, or those are the banks that you want to actually have your checking account with, because when it's time for you to apply for something, those are going to be the ones that are going to want to help you. See, when I first started my first trucking company, it was a local bank that helped me. It wasn't an outside institution. It was a local community bank that seen, here's a gentleman that's starting a trucking company that's trying to help our community. Though that's what those local banks are for. When you're trying to do community work, reach out to those communities and see if they will help you. And a lot of times, more times than not, they are willing. I've been saying this from day one. Now, I want you to be clear. I want to be clear about this. I am not a trade line company. Meaning, all I do is promote trade lines and go out here and talk to you about trade lines. I wrote a book, Credit Anatomy, to give to you guys for free. I have a sheet, a Google sheet that tells you the best secure credit cards that you can get for your credit score. Right? I've done a lot of work. I have a budgeting workbook that I put together for you guys to download so that, you guys can get your budget together. I give you guys, the recommendations for the budget apps like Every Dollar. I do a lot in the personal finance space. No, I'm not a financial advisor, but I don't want to be looked at just as a credit guy. I want to be looked at somebody that's just putting conversations on the table about personal finance and at least giving you a place to start. Now, once you get to the 650, 700 range, you pretty much got the fundamentals, but you have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. I remember as a child when I would, go to basketball practice or football practice, when I played sports, your first couple of weeks, you're not even touching a ball. Usually you're doing drills. You're doing little things like in basketball, we would run lines. We used to call them suicides. And you would, start at the baseline, free throw, baseline, half court, baseline, other free throw, baseline, half court, back. And you would just do that all day to get your lungs together, get your breathing together so that you have endurance. And you wouldn't even pick up a basketball. And I remember as a kid, when I first started sports, man, why are we not touching a ball? We're not shooting. We're not doing anything. And that's what I try and do with credit. Is I'm trying to start you guys off with the fundamentals so that you understand how to slide your feet, how to get in front of somebody, how to take charges. No ball required. See, a lot of times I get people that because they're watching YouTube, they think, oh, I'm going to go out here. I'm sitting at a 420 and tomorrow I'm going to be at a 680. And then day after tomorrow, I'm applying for a house. And that's not what I teach. I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm not going to knock anybody else's hustle. But I'm trying to give you guys the fundamentals, not just on credit, but just on the mentality of finance. How do you go about thinking about your finances? What about utilization rates? What about paying off your debts and statement dates? How to raise your credit limits? How are things being reported on your credit report? I did a video talking about the CDIA, right? I'm trying to talk about a lot of things that maybe you might not be privy to that might help you on your personal finance journey. I'm not here to misguide you, mislead you for a couple of bucks off of YouTube. Now, here's the irony of all this. I was going to take a break from YouTube probably for about a month or so. Just getting a little burnt out. You see, I don't make a lot of money from YouTube. My trucking business is my bread and butter. I have a credit repair company that I set up like most people should set businesses up, where I don't have to oversee every day what that business is doing. I have people in place that run that business and they run it well. I went through a lot of people to get it there, get it that way. So I don't have to be in it 24/7. But this trucking thing, a lot of times I'm on the trucking, so I'm not able to make videos every time something goes wrong in the credit world. So I was going to take a break and just focus on trucking and, get my money, chase that bag, as they say. But when this came out and I started getting so many people, hey, Kenny, we're waiting on you to make a video. Kenny, what's going on with MyJewelers and TransUnion? I said, okay, so I got to make a video. What you guys don't know now, I'm going to make the video. I'm going to drive all day today. I'm going to get off the truck. I'm going to edit the video. And then I'm going to post the video for the morning. I usually try and post on Fridays, but now in this situation, we got to put this video up. And because the internet, there is no patience. And when you have situations like this, you have a bunch of YouTubers that made videos over the weekend talking about the situation, and they have not made one phone call. They haven't spoken to one person. And they're pounding on their chest talking about, I told you not to go this route. You need to build credit this way. And it's just frustrating to me because to me, you're just like them doing a money grab. To me, personally, that's the way I view you. And that's just what it is. So those of you that watch this channel, nothing changes. I'm not willing to jump off the bandwagon for the sake of them not reporting to TransUnion. I'm not willing to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not willing to sit here and, throw my hands in the air and, oh my God, sky's falling. Not willing to do it. It doesn't stop anything. You still have to get these items reported on your credit report. You still have to build your credit. You still have to start somewhere. Where's your fundamentals? What are you going to use as your foundation if not these accounts? And it is just of my opinion that these are the best accounts to start to build your credit from the foundation up. And as you get into the 650 range, you can start, applying for more accounts and getting approved rather than throwing darts at a dartboard, because somebody said, well, here's 30 accounts, pick one. Well, which one? I got a 450 FICO score. Which one of these 30 accounts that you're telling me about should I get? And those conversations aren't had. It's just, hey, got a new account that I found on the internet, fintech company, and want you to apply for it. Go get it. Okay. I got a 450. Will I qualify? That's the question. I got a 450 FICO score. Will I qualify for that account? And if their answer is I don't know, maybe, kind of, sorta, what are you doing? Where are you going to start? Where are you going to start? And that's why I say nothing changes. Right? Because I'm not talking to the person that's sitting at a 650 looking for other trade lines to apply for. I'm talking about the person that's sitting in the mud trying to figure out how do I get out of this situation. And these are the people that I'm here for. Alright, so you guys stay blessed. I might not make a video for the next couple of weeks. I just wanted to make an update on this situation. If anything changes with MyJewelers, like if it's not reporting on Equifax or Experian or something like that, then yeah, I might make a video. But until then, you guys just keep grinding. Don't let any of this information that's being told over the internet on YouTube or in the blog space that MyJewelers is a terrible company and you shouldn't build your credit this way. Don't listen to the hype. MyJewelers has been here for a long time. They made a business decision. They didn't want to do business with TransUnion. That's on them. I'm not in their board meetings. I'm not in their executive branch. So I don't know exactly what happened. And nobody truly knows. Even if they give some reason, nobody truly knows what happened. So just know that you have to keep on keeping on. That you have to keep going down this road grinding. And in no way, shape, or form do you let some hiccup like this, TransUnion, one report, I'm going to just throw in the towel. It means too much to your credit report. That's if you just start now. Now, if you're sitting in the 650 range and you're thinking about getting this account, maybe that might want to change your decision on if you get this account. But if you don't have a lot of accounts on your credit report and you think that, because you got one credit card that you can get applied for or approved for a lot of different financial products, when you start applying, you're going to start seeing the real truth of this game. All right, so you guys stay blessed. Catch you on the next one. Talk to you later.